Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to create this in Blender. A simple extrusion, which is actually most of the work is done in Illustrator. Here's all the lines, and this will be the cut lines, this black line. So firstly you export this as SVG format, and then you import it into Blender. Go to top view, press 7. Just going to hide that, press H, import SVG. So I've got one with only the flamingo, just to show one, and I can't see anything because the wireframe is not on. Now select all your cuts. This will be everything that's cut, the rest can be deleted. Now you want two of these sets because one is a positive and one is a negative. And press Ctrl G, move it out 1000, and now join them. If you want to join, first select the first one and drag a window. Make sure this box select is on. There's different ways to select. I like box select. And press Ctrl J. First one, Ctrl J. Wait, this one I don't need that. Cool, so you've got these, and we're just going to join them together and check the detail on them, because you can still change the detail. If you go into these lines, you can change make it more detailed or not. Sometimes you don't want to overkill on detail, it's just expensive on computing time. It will make everything slow. There's a bit jagged, so it's going to make it as much as you don't see that the jaggedness. Now what you can do is you can actually extrude it here in this function. It's still a vector format, and you can extrude it, and you can also add a bevel. Add a 2 offset and a depth of 2. These two are now, sorry, this needs to be -2. -2 and 2, because if you do the extrude it with the bevel, it bulges out a bit. Without that it will not fit. So whatever is on the bevel, you just minus it on the offset. Go to top view, and I'm just going to move this. So this is now everything you want. Actually 2 is a bit too much, as this is Lasercut. You don't have a lot of roundness on the edge, but it's still nice to always have roundness to see something better. Now I'm going to make this a mesh to be able to texture it. So now we create a duplicate, 1000, convert to mesh, and before we do anything else, first select everything and press M, which will just merge by distance all the vertices that might not be connected, because somehow it doesn't connect. If you go Ctrl L now, you'll see that it's only up to the round that's connected. So to connect all of them, press A, press M, by distance. Just look and see that nothing changes visibly needs to be very closely welded together. Now if you exit or Control L now, everything is of that will be selected. Same here. Okay, cool. Now at the top view and select only these. Into edit mode, Control L, with the empty place -1000. That's why I like to use that. Control L to select only this flamingo. And now we can texture it. Just press A, create a new material. Let's go out of edit mode. Here's new. I deleted that one. There's the new one. The base color, you go image texture. I can open it here or there. This is the nodes. I made a node editor. This is the way I prefer to work with the mapping, seeing the viewport and this all together. And then you just zoom into the areas you need. And when you render, it's a different window for me. So I'm going to open, choose that flamingo, go into edit mode, tab A, U, tab A, U, remember that, to texture. So the tab goes into edit mode, A is select all, and U is unwrap. And if you choose the project from view bounds, it will put it exactly onto the artboard, which is the size of the Illustrator artboard. So that's great. Exit by pressing tab. Now I can detach these again. So I'm gonna go into tab, select flamingos. You only need to select part of it. Okay, I only want one of them. And the base. And press Control L, B to detach, to separate that. Tab to exit, -1000. I just like to move it out. And now I can detach this one also. But wait a minute, before going further, we need to edit or attach, not attach, texture the sides with the cardboard. I'm just going to attach it again, go into side view, go into isolation mode, Control Shift H, edit mode, tab, and add a new material. Previously I created a card and a sign. See, everything is now selected, textured on the side. If X-ray view was not on, which is shortcut Alt Z, then we'll only choose one, the facing side. So always have X-ray view on. Very important. So cool, now we've got all of this. Nice rounded edge, and I'm going to detach it. Detach both of those. Control L, Control L, P. So the important shortcuts is select all the, it's Control L to select all the meshes that are attached to a certain model, P to detach, and with those you can go far. P. Now I want to set the origin of this Because if you now go rotate, you'll see it will rotate from another origin point. So with that you can either do it here and dragging that origin point here, or you can set up a shortcut. Okay, set origin is here. If you want to change that shortcut, you do the same with this one. Now if I rotate that, I press R, X for the axis, and 90. Okay, it's upside down. I'm going to go R, X, 180. This one, R, X, 90. Oops, R, X, 90. View isolation, view, Shift H. 3 to view the side. I'm going to move this up and this, move it there. Now rotate this on the y-axis, or this to the z-axis. You can, if you don't know what axis, just go through them. You can press R first and then Z, 90. I'm going to put this on the center, which is a shortcut called Control-Alt-A, and then you choose your axis. This one to that one. The one you select last is the one you want to align to. Now you can see my thickness is not right, but I can change that. Go to edit mode, select 1, select all that vertices, and then press G, and middle click, G, middle click, and you can actually make it snap to where you want it if your vertex snap is on. Things need to be snappy. So now you can see I moved it now by 9.63, let's say that. So it's not actually up to scale, this whole thing. It's created in Illustrator not to scale. But it's, so that's how we fix it now. 9.63, I'm just going to copy this, because I want to change this thickness also. There's 1, then move this also minus. I actually copied and I pasted, but then it needs to be a negative value. So you can copy paste values around, which is nice. So this will fit in there also now. I'm going to go 3 again to move this down, snap it there. And there's the flamingo. Textured on both sides. In this case, it is working. And I can switch this wireframe off. Press Alt-H to view all. Just view side again to set put it on the plane. On the plane. And now if you want to render this view, use this view as a press Control-Alt-0. You can set your camera, now this is a camera view with Control-Alt-0. To exit the camera view, press 0. To enter it again, press 0. Cool. So now if you can render that, and you can see the same has been done to other objects, same workflow. Hope that was useful. Thank you.